It's Donovan Everett from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Intrabet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.
Time for race number 6, and race 6 is going to be run over the 1400 meter trip. This is an MR67 handicap. Race number 6 is leg 2 of jackpot 1, and it does not start jackpot 2. Jackpot 2 will begin in race number 7, as there is 10 races on the card. Now race number 6 goes off at 10 to 2 on the Wednesday afternoon. The average rating is 61. It's a Class E handicap it's a MR67 Class E handicap, and it is a tricky race where I think in the exotics you need to include quite a few runners. And I just want to touch on horse number 2 first before we dive into the rest of the field. Now, Warren, horse number 2, that's Cape Eagle. He's a 4-year-old son of Vercingetorix. Gareth Wright aboard. He's drawn in gate number 2, and he goes over the 1400 meter trip for the 3rd time in his career. Now, his last start at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, he was drawn right on the outside, 13 out of 13, and he was beaten behind Lataba. That was over 1200. The penultimate run, I don't think it was the best run when he was beaten 4.8 lengths. I think he's a lot better than his recent 2 runs to date, and I'm looking for a forward showing from this individual. I think that they could take him to the front and just let him bowl along out in front. He's got a lovely action on him. And Cape Eagle, we'll see how he does go, but I think he must be a massive runner now that the handicapper has dropped him a few points. From a 72, he's been brought down to a 68. So how do you think he could go, and what's your fancies in this lineup?
Well, he's lightly raced. He certainly is lightly raced, this horse Cape Eagle, and you've made such a good case for him, so how can we not fancy him and follow him and like him and include him? He's neatly drawn, as you say. At the 60.5 kilograms, I'm not too concerned about. I'm a little on the fence because, he's lightly raced and I'm not sure what to make of him. I do believe that he's better than a 68, so yes, I do respect and I do like Cape Eagle, but by no means a good thing from my opinion. It's a 67 handicap with the average rating is 61. You can't find good things in these races. Others to mention, but to go back to your thoughts and your assessment on Cape Eagle is all good. The stable's ticking over nicely and they've got a big chance here. Lightly raced and, as I say, might have a lot more to come, Cape Eagle. Others to mention, let's talk about number 3, Don't Touch Me, for Gabriel Petersen, neatly drawn. And you look at some of those runs, close up to Congo Compact, close up to Monarchy, close up to Straight Up, very close up to Lucky Dancer, 2nd to 6 Hot Fix, which is not a bad type of horse. Yes, the last 2 runs have been a little off, but on overall form, Don't Touch Me must have a place chance.
My one question is, do you think that he enjoys the turf? Because he's had 8 runs on the surface for 1 second and 1 fourth. And also, if we go a few runs back on the 19th of December, that was on the turf over 1800, he ran 5th to Monarchy. The horse that finished 6th or 7th in that race, if I'm not mistaken, was Airways Law. And Airways Law does hold a Hollywoodbets Durban July entry.
Yeah, well found. Good point. So the turf, that could be a little concern. The Airways Law form line is no concern at all. That's quite exciting. So, for me, number 3, Don't Touch Me, certainly can get a blow in here. Valencia, young Infinella Zoom has been riding Valencia, now gets the services of Richard Ferry, never too far off the action, got to have an outstanding chance. And Canadian Bolt, high velocity, horses like that are also worth a mention, that's for sure, but it's a difficult race.
It certainly is a difficult race, and if you like a specific horse, throw that into the exotics. It does look to be a race where you possibly need to load up. As I mentioned before we could speak about race number 6, it's a race where you need to include quite a few runners, and it's a field of 13, and perhaps it could be a field race if you're looking for that result in the pick 6 and jackpot. But in terms of the PA, I think you could go with 4 or 5 horses and you could possibly double up if those runners do come through for you. But that's race number 6 on the card. Next up will be race number 7.
I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.